Depression, anxiety, suicide awareness, day 16. For the last I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's been really, really challenging for me. My posts on social media has been kind of sporadic, but I'm leaning on the Lord. And when I'm in a really, really difficult place, or when you're just struggling with suicide and depression and anxiety, it's hard to get out of that rut, and you have to fight with everything you can. And I want to remind people that God's still going to work things out together for your good, and He still has the end date. Share with you a really, really quick story. When you're in a toxic place, or when you're dealing with a lot of emotions and stress and all this stuff, it's easy to start settling and going back to what's comfortable, what's familiar. And you gotta be careful with that, because what you normally go back to that's familiar or comforts you or helps you get through might not always be the greatest way to handle your anxiety, your stress, your fears, your doubts, depression. So for me, for example, I had to break a lot of patterns. I had to break a lot of thinking. I had to break a lot of friendships, relationships. I had to break a lot of environments that I was in. And I had to do this consistently, and I had to make it a daily practice to break those patterns that I was using as crutches to help me cope. Because when you're going through a depression, anxiety, fear, doubt, stress, you need different coping mechanisms. So, for example, like I would do a visualization technique, and as athletes, we visualize a lot about what we're doing and how we're training. We visualize ourselves, finishing a goal, or swimming, or running properly. So visualization is a really powerful tool to help pull yourself out of that. And for example, like I think about the sun, I think about the beach, I think about the ocean, what it feels like, what it tastes like, the wind blowing on me, the sun's rays. I listen to the ocean, I feel it, I take it in, and I slow everything down, and I visualize myself in that happy place. And it takes me away from what's going on right here, right now, and it helps me alleviate the stress, the anxiety, and the doubt and the worry. So visualization is a really good tool. Also meditation. It can be an act of prayer. For me, it's a lot of prayer. It's a lot of gratitude. Go through a huge list of gratitude. And sometimes I would go through a gratitude list for 10 minutes straight until I naturally start feeling better. Because it's really hard to feel grateful and sad at the same time. So I go through all of these things. So visualization, gratitude, meditation, prayer is really important, and that's the tools that I use. Exercise also is a great tool, but if you're constantly beating yourself up, exercise might not be a good tool, because then you're like, oh, I suck today, or oh, I didn't have a good run, or oh, I didn't have a good swim, or oh, I suck at the bike. So do it with not being judgmental to yourself. And the third thing is self-care. We touched on that yesterday. Self-care is really important. Create time for you, and self-care is a staple for everybody. You have to have self-care, and you have to put yourself first. And you have to also make sure that the relationships or the people around you are not poisoning you, and they're filling you up, and they're helping you become a better you. If they're not, and those people or those relationships are not improving or not good for your new season, you need to cut ties, and you need to move on with new habits, new rituals, new self-care, and visualize yourself in this happy place. And I can't express you, that's so important. I'm going to do 25 push-ups because my wrist is killing me from the push-ups, and the swimming today really aggravated my whole entire arm. So let's just get to it, and hopefully I won't kill my wrist. I'm going to try to do it on my knuckles here, because my shit is hurting so bad. I can't do it on my knuckles, that's too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I did 30 when I said I was going to do 35. So when you're all messed up in your mind and you can't slow it down, just visualize yourself in this nice happy place that makes you feel so confident, secure, and at peace. And visualization is a huge tool for me. I practice it daily when I'm training or when I'm just totally stressed out and I just can't handle anything. Know that you matter. Know that it's going to get better. Know that the storm is not going to be here forever. And be grateful. Even I know it's hard to be grateful when you're going through it. Like right now, I'm having a hard time being grateful. But know that the end date is here. And every storm will pass. And you do matter. You do make a difference. You will get better. And you're not going to just get better and then go into the same shit again. You're going to get better. And you're going to come out stronger. And you're going to be in a better place. Better environment, better friendships, better people, better relationships, more love, more compassion, more grace, more mercy. So let yourself off the hook. You don't have to be perfect. Just let yourself off the hook and trust God's timing, because He will bring everything together. But we got to keep marching, and we got to keep this attitude of praise, as hard as it may be. I know it's difficult. It's difficult for me. But when I start going down that road of all these negative thoughts, feeling sad and depressed and lonely and all this stuff, I just turn it over to the Lord. Said, okay, Lord, here it is. I'm taking this thought captive and I'm giving it to you. And you hold on to it because you know exactly what I need and when I need it. And you would never withhold anything from me, because you are a great Father and I can trust you, because you breathe your life into me, you've purposed me, and you approve of me, and you're smiling down on me, and you're happy. Because it says in the Bible that He created you, and then He said, oh, that was good. And then He blessed you. And that's in Genesis. So when He created you, He said that was good. And then He blessed you. And we have to stand on that word. And that word will always stand true from the day you die. God will always love you. And His love and His mercy will always endure forever. I love you guys. Live free. Live amazingly.